What is up, ball bags? JJ back here from Rump Your Bets with another free pick for you. This time it's going to be in the NFL for Thursday Night Football. Game's going to be played between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Current spread is Raiders -3, total 53. It is nice to get another Thursday Night Football win last week, under 45, Rams-Patriots. Another best bet win, Broncos +4 versus the Panthers. Look, I could talk on how profitable these videos have been, but what's the fun in that? What I do know is when these picks lose, you folks are quick to cry the blues. I'll tell you this much. If you are someone who tails picks from me or any other YouTube channel for that matter, and when plays win, you're a church mouse, but when they lose, you cry a river, you should find some new hobbies. Maybe even look into becoming a full-time fluffer, okay? It's a well-paying job, always in high demand. Just my 2 cents here, though, guys. You know I'm always looking out for you. All right, so last week we had a grand total of 0 winners from the comment section. Go 4-0 in NFL picks against the spread. But you should know by now we're going to run it back. Pick 4 games in the NFL against the spread. Go 4-0. Earn yourself a Rump Your Bets t-shirt. Don't be afraid to post either. I mean, this is a safe place. And look, if you go 4-0, you're going to get a shout from our Rump Your Bets Twitter handle and from me on this channel. You literally have nothing to lose, so post away. Okay, so here in the dirty Jers, we're about to get shit on with some serious snow. Here is a little tip I've learned for how to get out of shoveling. You see, every street block has at least 1 to 2 alphas. Some more, rarely ever less. These are the individuals who get rock hard just at the idea of taking the snowblower out. Some of these folks will even go into detail with you about their snowblower and recommend you get one just like it. Like, imagine one male talking to another male about a snowblower. Anyway, so here's what you do. You leave your light on as soon as the snow starts, and you go back to your own scheduled life programming, okay? As soon as you hear the alphas fire up their snowblowers, and you'll hear it, you set like a 30-minute timer, okay? Once those 30 minutes are up, you have your wife, girlfriend, friends with benefits, or whomever, go outside, and her job is simple, okay? She goes out, waves hi to all the alphas, and she begins to shovel. Now, she has to struggle on purpose while shoveling. You know, like the painful groans, putting the shovel down, holding her back, maybe even taking like a breather on the deck. Inevitably, every time, one of the alphas will ask if she could use some help. The alpha will then handle your entire sidewalk and your driveway with ease. Okay, this isn't like one of those 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5 times. This is literally death taxes, and the alphas will roll their snow blowers over to help a damsel in distress. Your significant other needs to now transition over to like your front steps, maybe your side deck, maybe brushing off the cars. Just appearing busy is the important part. Now, it's your job inside to fire up the hot chocolate, okay? When the alpha is about 50% done with your entire driveway, you send a smoke screen over to your significant other. She says something like, "Oh, I'll be right back. Just got to get something inside." And she comes out with hot chocolate for the alpha, okay? This will ensure his work feels appreciated. 30 to 40 minutes later, you're all shoveled and good to go. And at some point, the alpha may ask your significant other where you are. That question can literally be answered with hundreds of different answers. I've personally found that he's stuck on conference calls, works every time. Now, I know what you're thinking. You can use this like once, twice, but not again, right? Wrong, okay? This is where the fake injuries come in, okay? You must have like a pair of crutches or a medical boot at the ready. Same scenario as before. Difference is maybe you come out on the porch, wave hello with the crutches in hand or the boot on. How you got hurt can, again, literally be anything. Say you were like hanging from the ceiling, whacking off for the added effect, and like the rope snapped and you shattered your ankle. Doesn't really matter. He'll believe anything. Moral of the story here. If you don't like shoveling, there are countless alphas out there not only willing to plow your driveway, but they'll want to plow your driveway. It's your job to just serve them that offer on a platter. Okay, so onto the game here. This is an ugly game, folks. I think what's most wild about this game is if it was played 4 weeks ago, I think we would all agree that these were 2 sneaky good playoff teams. I guess you could argue maybe the Raiders still could make the playoffs, but it's looking real dim. I'd argue since the last time these 2 teams played, both have sunk dramatically. Anyway, I'm on the Chargers first half, plus 2.5 here. Got that at PointsBet in New Jersey. I'm also okay with 1.5 if that's what you have. Now, these 2 did meet on November the 8th, which was a 31-26 road victory for the Raiders. Classic Chargers loss, which they outgained their opponent by over 100 yards, missed a makeable field goal, had 4 cracks inside the 5-yard line to win it late and didn't. This has been just par for the course, though, with this Chargers team. Look through their games, or better yet, watch their games, and this is like the Twilight Zone. This is like a Twilight Zone episode every week, just one head-scratching blunder after another. But let's go back to earlier with the Chargers, because there's some things that bother me early with this team. This team was blowing games prior to a month ago. 7 losses by a combined 32 points before their Jets win. Some severe struggles late in games. During that stretch, they blew 3 double-digit leads, 2 17-point leads. They were playing better because their offense was flying high behind Justin Herbert, rookie sensation, right? But since that Jets win, they've played 3 ugly games. Like even this Falcons win this Sunday was ugly. A team that scored 21 points in 7 straight games hasn't mustered up 21 points in 3 straight. Now, I'm notably not a fan of Anthony Lynn. I don't think many people are anymore. But these recent failures, a lot of these recent failures actually point to Justin Herbert. Anthony Lynn's still at fault, of course, but Herbert has not been the same quarterback the last few weeks. If you remove the Jets game because they're the worst team in the league, since the Raiders game, Herbert's averaged just 238 yards passing, sporting a 5 touchdown to 5 interception ratio, has an average QBR of 44.8. He hasn't been good, and his numbers were much better before that stretch. Now, sure, Austin Eckler's been out. He did come back last week. Herbert looked a little better along with that offense. He's also had multiple running backs out behind him, so maybe he lost some touch there behind him, but gotten some of that back. But we do have to admit to the fact that defensive coordinators have made some adjustments to this kid. He's also was using his legs to scramble around a lot early in the season, picking up some first downs, and actually he's averaged negative yards rushing over his last 3 games. Certainly head-scratching. Having Austin Eckler back, though, has helped the run game, and maybe this can be built upon, especially against a very susceptible defense with the Raiders. I'll tell you, though, on the Raiders' end, it doesn't get much prettier. This team has had a classic get-right spot for 3 straight weeks, and now we approach the 4th week in a row, and maybe this is another get-right spot. If the Jets aren't running cover 0 with 10 seconds left, the Raiders would have lost 4 straight games. The only saving grace has been this offense, but the defense has just been dreadful. Over the last 3 games, only 4 teams in the NFL have been worse. Now, look, they fired their DC, but what does this really mean on a short week? It is now long-term veteran coach Rob Marinelli, though, so it's not like a newbie on the scene, but again, how much can you really weigh it? One thing to note, though, Derek Carr's turnovers have been a problem recently. 5 picks, I think in his last 4 or 5 games. 5 picks in his last 4, actually, I think. Could be 5 over the last 5, but either way. Some head-scratching decisions, though, on his part from multiple accounts. Also worth noting, 4 defensive starters out for the Raiders in this one. Jonathan Abram, Damon Annette, Clellan Ferrell, and Nicholas Morrow. And these are 4 good starters, too. For a defense that's been bad, and a new face at DC on a short week, this is by no means good news. Henry Ruggs also going to be out this week. He's led these wide receivers in snap counts the last 2 weeks, so it's clear they were trying to get him more involved. He's not going to be playing this week. Taking all angles into account for this game, the Raiders missing critical defensive guys, Carr's turnover woes, the Raiders defense giving up chunk plays when healthy, and obviously they won't be fully healthy here. Chargers slowly getting healthier, and I just think you get a better performance from him, especially early. Though, I refuse to back this Chargers team in a full game scenario as their head coach continues to make head-scratching blunder after blunder, especially late with the game on the line. With that said, I like the Chargers first half here, plus 2.5, minus 110 on PointsBet in New Jersey. Again, I just think you get a more potent Chargers team early in this game than the Raiders. Both teams could score. Not going to surprise if this shoots out. Total super high, though, if you were going to bet that over. But again, Chargers first half, plus 2.5. Okay, so let's talk on some prize picks. Let's look to build off a 2-0 week last week with Goff and Harris, both going under. I like a 2-player power play here. This week, though, 2 overs that hold plenty of value. Austin Eckler, over 19.5. He's someone who's game script independent, leading or trailing. He's going to continue to churn out points, whether it's in the run game or the pass game. It's clear they're going to feature Eckler in both. And look, he can go over this number without even scoring a touchdown, and it wouldn't be crazy if he scored 1 or even 2 touchdowns. Got this a few points too low, happy to jump over it. Hunter Renfrow, over 9.5. As mentioned, we have no Henry Ruggs in this game, so I'd expect Renfrow's snap share to increase from his only 56% last week, especially since Ruggs was on the field for about 60% of those snaps. 9.5 is a number Renfrow hovers around weekly, but again, I'd expect a much larger snap share here, and he's a pure short route, volume pass catch type of receiver, so a game where it's 5 for 50 would appear near his floor, and again, that'll get him over, and if he scores, I mean, this is going to be automatically going over. Happy to take advantage of that short number there as well. So again, it's Austin Eckler over 19.5, Hunter Renfrow over 9.5. Head over to prizepicks.com, sign up using promo code PURE, P-U-R-E, for a 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. It's a free $100, folks, just for signing up, and I'm posted up daily, or almost daily, with picks over there between NFL and college football. Want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, I hope you step on a Lego piece. As always, drop comments below with your thoughts on the vid. Do not forget to post your 4 picks in NFL against the spread. Remember, it's a safe place and you have nothing to lose, folks. We'll be back with a few live shows this weekend. I'll be on a Print Factory show Friday night with some of the DFS guys, Big TJSU. Then I have my live show Sunday morning with Holden. But again, the guys will keep it held down with some live shows Saturday night. And then we'll have another full live show Sunday afternoon. Look, I wish you all the best of luck with all your bets. Be sure to gamble responsibly and stay safe, folks.